Your brain is not a search engine for truth. It's a search engine for confirmation. Every piece of information you encounter gets filtered through one silent question. Does this support what I already believe? If yes, you accept it instantly. If no, you find reasons to reject it. This is confirmation bias, and it's running your life more than you realize. Here's how it works. Your brain holds thousands of beliefs about yourself, about people, about the world. These beliefs feel true because you've spent years collecting evidence that supports them. What you don't realize is that you've been ignoring the evidence that contradicts them. Not intentionally, automatically. Your brain does this to conserve energy. Processing conflicting information is cognitively expensive. It creates discomfort, a feeling called cognitive dissonance. So your brain takes a shortcut. Filter out what doesn't fit, amplify what does. The result is a perfectly constructed reality that confirms everything you already believe. And here's what makes it dangerous. The smarter you are, the better you are at this. Intelligent people don't have less confirmation bias. They have more sophisticated tools to rationalize it. They find smarter arguments to dismiss contradicting evidence. They construct more elaborate justifications for what they already believe. Intelligence doesn't protect you from confirmation bias. It supercharges it. Let me show you where this shows up in your daily life. In relationships. You've already decided whether someone is trustworthy or not. So everything they do gets filtered through that verdict. A trustworthy person being late has a good reason. An untrustworthy person being late proves your point. Same behavior. Completely different interpretation. In news consumption. You read sources that agree with your political views. You dismiss sources that don't. Over time, your beliefs become more extreme, not because you're learning more, but because you're only seeing one side of every story. In self-perception. If you believe you're bad at something, you notice every mistake and discount every success. If you believe you're good at something, you notice every win and explain away every failure. Your self-image is built almost entirely on selectively filtered evidence. In business and investing, you research a decision until you find enough evidence to support what you already want to do. Then, you stop researching. The conclusion was never really in doubt. You were just collecting permission. There's a famous study where researchers gave two groups, one pro-capital punishment, one anti, the same mixed evidence on whether capital punishment deters crime. Both groups came away more convinced of their original position. Same evidence, opposite conclusions. That's confirmation bias operating at full strength. It doesn't just prevent you from updating your beliefs, it uses new information to make your existing beliefs stronger. So what do you actually do about this? First, actively seek disconfirmation. Don't look for evidence that supports your belief. Look for the best argument against it. What would someone who disagrees with you say? What evidence would change your mind? If you can't answer that question, you're not reasoning. You're rationalizing. Second, steelman the opposition. Don't engage with the weakest version of opposing views. Find the strongest version. Read the smartest people who disagree with you. If you can't articulate their position better than they can, you don't understand the topic well enough to have a strong opinion. Third, separate identity from belief. The reason confirmation bias is so powerful is that we tie our beliefs to our identity. Changing a belief feels like losing part of yourself. Practice holding beliefs lightly. Say, I currently believe instead of I know. This creates psychological space to update. Fourth, create a red team. Before any major decision, assign someone or yourself to argue against it. Make the case for why you're wrong. If the argument is weak, your position survives. If the argument is strong, you've just saved yourself from an expensive mistake. Your brain will never stop filtering. It will never stop seeking confirmation. That's wired too deep to override. But awareness changes the game. When you notice yourself feeling absolutely certain about something, that's exactly when to pause. Certainty is not a sign that you're right. It's a sign that you've stopped looking for evidence that you might be wrong. Follow Rational Mind for daily psychology that challenges how you think. Tomorrow, the availability heuristic, why your brain thinks rare events are common. See you then.